Okay. Okay, now we're recording. Sorry about that. Okay, so pop, pace setters, plant ourselves where we can grow. So just usually there's like 4 little things that you do every day. It's just during the weekday, so it's 5 days a week. You don't have to do anything Saturday and Sunday unless you want to do something for yourself, for your business. But basically, it's just a little bit of something to guide you on what to do. You know, when you're like, I don't know what to do today, at least do something, right? And so this is going to guide you, and y'all may have looked through, but I was going to explain just some of the tools really quick. So this is a 6 most important things list that I've never seen until now, and I'm kind of excited to use it. And so it has a lot of detail, but I love it because there's a splatter list, and you know, like a lot of times the best time, and the reason I started this today is so that you kind of understand some of this stuff and can hit the ground running tomorrow. But the splatter list, you know, at night especially, you're laying there thinking a jillion things that you need to do tomorrow or that you need to do this month or whatever. And so you can just write down everything that needs to be done. Like, I know Whitney's on here and she's probably thinking, I got to paint this room. I got to do this. I got to do that. And so everything that you need to do, Mary Kay or non-Mary Kay, you can put on that splatter list. And then it has my valuation statement, my most immediate goal. So if your most immediate goal is to be in DIQ November 1st, you know, you can put that. Or if your most immediate goal is to just sell 600 or be able to do your 600 bracelet this month to get on target for star or whatever. That's totally your goal, your thing. But I love how you can list your splatter list. And then it even walks you through what can be delegated. You know, like if cleaning your toilets does not bring you joy and you could be seeing some faces to make your family some money, delegate it. Like find somebody once every 2 or 3 weeks to come clean your house for you. I love that. And at first I thought it was crazy to spend that, but it's just like something off my shoulders. I love it. And then, like, you know, I'm sure y'all can figure that out. Delegate it to your husband. You know, if you can give him a grocery list or whatever to go do something and get something or take something off your plate. And then number 4 is evaluate the list. Evaluate the remaining items according to your valuation statement. So whatever your goal is, if it doesn't bring you closer to that goal, then leave it on the splatter list to do later when you have time. So don't feel like you have to do everything. But I do love your 6 most important things. You write down there task and task details. And it can be Mary Kay or non-Mary Kay, but, you know, like you just, the thoughts running through your mind, like I need to call so-and-so tomorrow. Oh, yeah, I should ask her. You know, just different things that you think of while you're laying in bed. That can be what to do tomorrow. Your top 6 that need to get done like tomorrow. And Mary Kay always said to do that every night. And what you don't get done, put it on the list for the next day and add it, you know, the other things, and then until it gets done. Okay. Weekly plan sheet. This, y'all, is awesome. I wish I was better at this. I'm going to get better at this because I'm the entrepreneurial type family raised. I know that I learned is a big deal. There's the traditional, if you were raised 8 to 5, mom and dad worked 8 to 5 and you were on a schedule and all of that, that's awesome because I was not, and it's kind of harder for me to get on that schedule. To go by the book, the hourly thing, you know. So I just have been raised work till you get it done. And so not everybody's wired that way. But this is awesome. If you work a full-time job, just know you don't have to just like, you don't have to quit and do Mary Kay. Like you can do both. So just know that. Casey Hunter is amazing principal in Vernon, Texas. She's a sales director and a principal. And so she does both. So don't ever feel like you have to quit your full-time job if you love it, if you want to do Mary Kay, okay? So you can work it in. But what you can do is utilize this Monday through Friday and put your full-time job, like block it out. Like that is no time. And then your Sunday, you know, if that's your family time, block it out. But like you can put your non-negotiables if you have kids activities or whatever. And then you can really, it's so cool to see. Mary Kay said to do this on Sunday night. And so that's why we're doing this tonight too, is for y'all to go ahead and work on this tonight, plan your week, and see when you have some free time. And you'll be surprised. You will have some free time in your space. Because sometimes we have free time and we're just like scrolling through Facebook or we didn't have anything planned in that box. And so if you will be strategical, and even if you just spend 1 or 2 hours a week with Mary Kay, you'll be so surprised in what you can do in that hour. And so I love this. It even is color coordinated. You can do the green, like highlight your Mary Kay, like IPAs, for instance, is income producing activities. So that's like booking, contacting customers for reorders, career chats, team members, that stuff, coaching your hostess. So those you can highlight in green. That means it brings you money, right? Pink is meeting. So like Red Rally, or if you are in another town and you can go to a meeting, that's what, you can do. Anything else, Mary Kay, is kind of like you could do pink. Red, date night. Yeah, I don't know that happens very often, but okay. And then family time, faith time, you could do yellow or blue or whatever. So it's fun to color coordinate. So that's what that is, and it's super helpful when you say, somebody needs to mute. Let's see. Sorry, I'm going to mute y'all out. Okay, I think I found some. Okay, and then the Mary Kay Enthusiasm song, it's just in here. I don't know when it's going to pop up in our pace setters, but hey, she used to do this at meetings and say it, and you could totally sing it before you go do a facial or party, get yourself excited. I actually told Meredith to do that today. She was headed to do a couple of facials, and I was like, all right, watch this power video, get fired up before you go in there, because I promise you, people want to jump on an excited train. They don't want to join your team if you're like, okay, well, I'm going to show you Mary Kay, and they're like, what? She's not excited about it. Why would I want to join her? So do jumping jacks, something, listen to something that pumps you up before you go to do your facial or whatever, like, fill your mind with good stuff. Okay, so that is that. Okay, overview of this week. So I went through and I looked at everything to make sure you kind of, each day it was pretty clear on what to do. And so creating your 6 most important things to do list is every day. So get ready for that. It's going to help us create a habit to do this every day. And it's just going to, if you do it at night, then the next morning you're like, I don't even have a question of what I need to do today. Just hit the ground running. Design your week and know how much time you have free. And then there's one in there that says invite someone to your meeting. And so all the girls around this area, we have Red Rally the first Monday night of every month. Okay, so that will be your next meeting that you can bring a guest to. And we're actually going to do pumpkin spice look with eyeshadow for the guests. So that'll be fun for the holidays. And if you are not in our area, let me know. I'll find you a meeting and you can invite a guest to that meeting with you. Okay. Check in with me. So there's some things in there that say email me or text me or whatever. So communication is key. Okay. It helps each other hold, like y'all could even hold me accountable. Okay. But accountability is so important because somebody's counting on you or wondering what's going on or whatever. And you just have somebody to cheer you on. So check in with me and do that for sure. I throw the ball, you throw it back. If I throw the ball and you don't throw it back, I'm thinking she don't want to play. Okay. And so there's so many in our unit, which is amazing. And just like God is pouring out blessings. But I don't know, like I can't contact everybody and like say, come on. So you let me know, like play ball with me, text me, let me know you're still alive over there and going and doing stuff. And that, helps me to text you back and check in and stuff too. Okay. When it says on their opportunity CD, we share the video link. Okay. So same thing, just we do that. That was an older version and we don't hand out CDs really anymore. Since we're all like miles from everybody. So if it says to share the opportunity CD or DVD, that's just the opportunity video with the survey of my video, the link that I post on Facebook, or just text me and say, hey, I need that link and I'll text it to you. Okay. And it also says on there to get their opinion. And I would love it if I could talk with them, with you, like a 3-way call, or we could do Zoom like this, to get their opinion. Cause I know starting out, it's scary and you don't know what to say and you may not be as strong on closing, like if they're interested or whatever, or whatever. And that way, I can kind of help you maybe get a team member. If they're not interested, I mean, it's totally fine. I'm not going to like try to pull teeth or anything, but I would like to be able to ask them questions because they may have some questions that you don't know the answer to, or you just don't feel comfortable doing. So on that, I would love to do that with you, those career chats. Okay, where it says Silver Wings in there, that is we're going to do our new MKU. Okay, so it says to like watch a video or something on Silver Wings. And so even if you've done MKU before, and so that's on In Touch, for those of you who may have not done it yet, it's on In Touch under Education tab, and it's called MK University. And if you'll click on that and just go watch a video. If you haven't done it, start at the first and work your way through a little bit. But that's when it says Silver Wings, just do MKU. So y'all might want to mark that out in your Pace Setter book. I think it's on page number 4 or 5. Lesson number 5, I believe. Yes, lesson number 5. So you'll mark out Silver Wings and put MKU. And then weekly assignment or accomplishment sheet, weekly accomplishment sheet. You can totally go on In Touch and do that. That's perfectly fine. To be honest, I've never done a weekly accomplishment sheet, and I'm not proud of that. But I tracked my own way, I guess. And so what we do for our Tuesday Night Live call, and I would love for you to do that instead of weekly accomplishment sheet, is fill out the Google survey for that. Like when you do faces during the week, you just go in there and type the name and their phone number of each facial that you did each week, and how many people you've done a career chat with, and then new team members. And that way I get that, and I can recognize you guys on our Tuesday Night Live training with all the other units. And so that just kind of helps you track it and be held accountable and also get recognized, right? Okay, last thing, and then I've got my little inspiration that I have for Warrior Weekend that, oh my gosh, it just totally rocked my world, and I just loved it. And I know Tiffany and Emily and Ashley all loved it too. And so I was going to share stuff from my director meeting that they didn't hear. But I was going to tell y'all too, through this whole process and then afterwards too, I'm going to be doing coaching calls. Right now, I'm going to do Thursday mornings and then Friday right after like school lets out. So probably 4:30 to about 6 on Fridays. And they're just like 15 or 20-minute sessions. So if you want to just holler at me and we can do like a, accountability thing and set goals, and I'll check in with you. We can set up a little thing where maybe I can help you find your emotional why, like really why you're doing this and what drives you and get you excited and get you up out of bed and on fire for this, so it's really been great for me. And so I want to pass that on. So if y'all are interested in that, let me know. But I had to share this. Joanne Barnes, National Sales Director, y'all, she lost her 3-story townhome in Houston, Harvey. And she still came and poured her heart out to us at Warrior Weekend. And she said something, and like finishing $500,000, I knew, like, you have to know it is done in your mind. Like, the most important thing is right here between your 2 ears. And so life throws stuff at you, and you might start doubting yourself and thinking, I can't do this or whatever. But just know, like, the enemy wants you to think that. And what you think, you bring about. And your mind is just so powerful. Everything happens in your mind twice. And I really hadn't thought about this until she elaborated on it. But she said everything happens twice in your mind. So, I don't know why this is, okay. Hopefully it doesn't kick us off. So anyways, everything happens twice. So if you think about it, right, you like have a thought first, whether it's I can't do this or I'm going to totally finish DIQ, or, you have that thought first. Then you speak it. So it may just be something like, oh my gosh, like, I'm terrible at this. Like, you may have this thought in your mind, like, I'm terrible at this. But then once you speak it and say it out loud, I'm terrible at this. Like, you are giving that thought so much power. And she really brought it to my attention, like, what you throw out there into the universe really is going to happen to you. I know that sounds crazy, but really watch what you say. And oh my goodness, I have preached this to my mom, who was my first team member, my first customer, my first offspring. And she gets so mad at me because I'm like, don't say that. She says, I'm so stupid. I can't do this phone. I'm so stupid. I'm like, don't say that. Don't say you're stupid. What you say out loud really happens and is what you are. So you need to say the opposite. Say what you want to be. Don't say what you think you are right now, because your words are just so powerful. You have so much power inside of yourself. And it's crazy, but it puts it back into your reticular activating system and your subconscious. I've read so much about that. And it really, whatever you think and speak happens. Okay. So affirmations are super important too, to say what you want to see happen. Say that you're driving a pink Cadillac and you're making $10,000 every month. Like, say it every morning and it will happen. Okay, what picture are you painting in your mind of your future? You don't have to try for it. You have to decide for it. And then I love this one. What story are you telling yourself? And we all have to think that, because, we wake up every day and we're telling ourselves that we can't ever get ahead or da-da-da-da, but you really have to be conscious of your thoughts. What story are you telling yourself? Guilt is a useless emotion. I love this one because y'all, with kids, with, sick parents or whatever, like, you feel guilty all the time. You feel like, you should be here, you should be here, you should be doing this or whatever. Guilt, she said, is a useless emotion. And that is something the devil's going to use to pry between you and your dreams and your goals, because he knows that gets to us as women when we feel guilty. But if you're intentional with your time, and so that's something I've had to learn to do. When I'm with Hadley and Maddie, I'm intentional with Hadley and Maddie, and they know that. But when it's Mary Kay time, they know that too. And they know that it's a family business and there's something in it for them. It's not just for me. It's something for their future. It's something for a goal that they want, maybe the Disney cruise or whatever. But just know that if you're intentional with your time, when you are with your family, then they'll understand when you tell them, this is my Mary Kay time, So don't let guilt hold you back. We all have the power to see what will happen before it happens. And that sounds crazy, but y'all, like, we have the Holy Spirit right here, like, inside of us, and we have the power. God has given us the power. Like, he created us in his own image. And he says in the Bible, like, we have that sword that can cut the devil back and that can pour out the blessings. We just have to use it. And so I do encourage you through this. It's not in the Pace Setter book, but I do encourage you every day to just get up even at least 10 or 15 minutes early and get in the Word, and just pray for God's favor over your business, over your family, over your life, and just to cast the devil out right off the bat. Hit the ground running. And then I love this too. She said, like my mom posted on Facebook the other day, she said, it's going to be an awesome day. And this guy said, wow, what's happening? And I said, because she said so. And he was like, oh, of course. I'm like, yes, that's what that Joanne Barnes, she said, if you say that you can do da-da-da-da-da, well, you just say it because I said so. It's going to happen. Just believe it that much in your heart and your mind that whatever you say, God said it can happen, and he's going to help you get through. So he wants the best for us. He doesn't want us to be good and mediocre. He wants us to be great. He made us to be great, and to bring others to him, right? Okay, so what you speak, you bring into your life. What you speak is what you bring into your life. Okay, the negative thinker sees difficulty in every opportunity, but the positive thinker sees opportunity in every difficult situation. Isn't that awesome? And she also said, like, I know several on here want to be in DIQ, and I know you're thinking, how in the world is this going to happen? She said to take lipstick or dry erase marker and put on your mirror a circle. So like a circle, like do not enter sign circle, and put how to. So we don't know how we're going to do it, but God does. So trust him for the results, and just know we don't know the how to, and that's okay. Okay, I've got 9 things. So for you that are taking notes, you're going to be 9 little things. Okay, number 1, know exactly what you want. Trust God for the outcome. Work like it depends on you. Pray like it depends on God, right? So know exactly what it is that you want. So either the end of this month, the end of this pacesetters, know what you want. Okay, number 2, believe it to see it. You got to believe it. You got to believe that's going to happen. And I love this, BS. And I was like, what? And she said, belief system. Everything is a belief system. So I told Emily, her words believe, and I said, that's BS. And she was like, what? I'm like, belief system. So number 2 is believe it to see it. Okay, number 3, you send it out with clarity. You got to set a deliberate goal and plan it out. Okay, so you send it out and you have clarity on a strategy or whatever you're going to do to get there. Okay, number 4, see and then act as if it's already done. So I've always heard this, like if you want to be a national, you dress like a national. If you want to be a director, dress like a director. Like you just go ahead and act as if it's already happened, okay? And believe and see it in your mind. And that was something cool. And even in the Miracle Morning, they talk about is visualization. And so Joanne even said, she said, close your eyes and you visualize where it is you want to go. And do not open your eyes until you can see it. So like national sales director, all of us on stage, you know, I'm closing my eyes, I'm going to believe it, I'm going to see it, I'm going to visualize it before I open my eyes. And so if it's just being able to hand your husband $600 extra, you know, visualize that in your mind and then bust it, you know, then you can open your eyes. Okay. Number 5, have gratitude for the outcome in advance. Like, God, thank you for the abundance and favor over my business, my life, my kids, etc. Go ahead and thank him for what's going to happen. Number 6, pay attention to what you talk about. I love this one. You've got to pay attention to what comes out of your mouth and catch yourself. It may be hard in the beginning, but when you start to say something negative or you start to speak something negative over your life, catch it and say, I reject that. I changed my mind, you know, and say something positive like, just start. It's a process. I have not done this forever. It's taken me a while to get this in my brain, but once you do, oh my gosh, it's so powerful. Okay, number 7, say no to everything that is not going to get you where you want to be this time next year. So if somebody says, can you volunteer for da-da-da-da? No. And she said, you don't have to explain. You don't have to give an explanation like, well, I would, but I'm sorry, but da-da-da-da. All you say is, no, I can't. It's okay. Like, it's okay. Okay, number 8, create a sense of urgency. Time is of the essence, especially for you guys wanting to do the 8 and N. Time is of the essence. They're only doing this through December 1st. Time is of the essence anyways, you know, like it's like ripping a Band-Aid off. Do you want to pull it off slow? That hurts. Or do you want to just get it done? So create a sense of urgency. Number 9, last one, always have an underlying state of joy. Be conscious of your thoughts and remember all you have to be, remember all that you have to be grateful for. So I love this, you know, make a grateful list. When you think like life is just terrible, write down, you know what, I have a roof over my head. I have food on my table. I have an amazing husband, or I have an amazing job, or I have amazing church. I have amazing, powerful women in my life. You know, I have a lot going for me. Like just, you know, write down what you're thankful for and just think on those things, you know. Your life becomes what you language. Your life becomes what you speak. That is so powerful. Write that somewhere big. Your life becomes what you speak. Okay, I'm finishing up here. If we keep doing what we keep doing, guess what? We keep getting what we keep getting. So do you want to be in the same place right now this time next year? Or this time in 4 weeks, right?